K-Role's basketball history, a legacy worth speaking of. K-Role's basketball history, a legacy worth speaking of.
Anthony Webster in the 1980s was unstoppable in the post. Anthony Webster.
Standing at 6'7.5" in 1981, was a monster in his overall game in the paint. Playing for the Carroll Pilots basketball team, coached by Hall of Famer coach Billy Champler.
Anthony Webster,
with his high-flying dunks, put fear into his opponents with his overall game. In the 1980s, Anthony Webster was averaging over 20 points and over 10 rebounds a game, giving him all-state recognition. In 1981, the Carroll Pilots put on a clinic where they were scoring over 85 points overall and blowing out the majority of their teams over 20 points a game and sometimes 30 points a game. There was really no team in 1981 that could stay within a few points of the Carroll Pilots basketball team. Anthony Webster in the 1980s was simply at the top 5 of the best big men in Illinois high school basketball. Anthony's fans simply loved him for his approach towards the game and his approach off the court as well. Anthony Webster, throughout his junior and senior year, was nominated All-South and All-State recognition. Anthony Webster, after graduating Carroll High School in the early 1980s, went on a scholarship to Bradley in Peoria, Illinois, but eventually transferred to SIUE, Southern Illinois, Edwardsville, where he would carry on his legacy of being a great team player. Anthony Webster, number 34, definitely a legacy worth speaking of. K-Role's basketball history, a legacy worth speaking of. K-Role's basketball history, a legacy worth speaking of.